Hello there, this is Alex, welcome to Boomstick Gaming and my full review for the Razer Kiyo USB webcam. This is primarily aimed at gamers and streamers, but I found it could be useful for anyone really who needs a solid all-in-one video and lighting solution. The Razer Kiyo sports a 1080p 30 frames a second capture, which is pretty good for full screen chatting, or you can bump it over to 720p 60 frames a second, which if it's being used in a small window overlaying some gameplay or you're recording some faster movements is probably the better way to go. This camera is plug and play with one single USB cable and really has no required extra setup, but I do recommend downloading the firmware update off of Razer's site, which does improve some of the camera's built-in features. Since this uses a simple USB interface, it's fully compatible with not only just PCs and laptops, but also with modern gaming consoles as well. Now, the big feature of this camera, for me at least, was the built-in ring light on the front that can be easily adjusted by simply turning the dial that's built in. My old camera and lighting setup I never really liked all that much, and it also took up multiple USB slots, but I got this extra extension arm for the Kiyo, and it looks a lot cleaner in my opinion. In my production room, my overhead lighting is pretty poor, but the Kiyo's ring light really helped to light up the important bits, being that goofy face of mine. Also, if you don't have a standalone microphone to pair along with this, the Kiyo does have a pretty standard built-in omnidirectional mic, and although I'm not using that right now, here is a raw sample of how that mic will sound right out of the box without any equalization or compression. This is a voice test for the Razer Kiyo's omnidirectional built-in mic from roughly 1 foot away from the webcam. Something to keep in mind for glasses wearers when using the light on the front is that when you're looking directly into the camera, huge glare will likely be reflecting right off your lenses, so that's definitely something to consider if you're entirely reliant on that built-in light. Although I would have liked the Razer Kiyo to be able to hit 1080p 60fps for the asking price, 720p 60fps will still look great in a small window during gameplay, and 1080p 30 will do decent for full screen chat. Overall, the ease in which you can adjust the built-in light without really any hassle, along with the sleek overall design and fairly good looking video quality, I found made the Razer Kiyo a great solution for gamers and setup enthusiasts who want a webcam for their desk that doesn't look outdated and cheap like many other webcams often do. Those were my overall thoughts on the Razer Kiyo, and I found it to be a pretty well-rounded little webcam, and I also like how it looks in my setup. Now, if you happen to enjoy my style of review, consider subscribing to Boomstick Gaming for more, ringing that little bell icon if you already are, and you can also find me on Twitter at BoomstickAlex. Lastly, a special mention to the top tier patrons and YouTube members you're seeing on screen, who really help to keep this individually owned and operated channel going. As always, this has been Alex from Boomstick Gaming, and thanks for watching.